Hey everybody, welcome to the Fantasy Matters podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Nicholson, and as always, I'm joined by my son, Mr. Brendan Nicholson.
We cover matchups of the week, who starts and who sits, games to watch, who's balling and who's falling, and a waiver wire. Welcome to Fantasy Matters.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Matters Fantasy Football Podcast. This is Season 4, Episode 4. We're going to be talking about the big draft tonight. Everything went down. We got our squads together. So we're going to talk about kind of how everything developed, what we were thinking, and hopefully maybe we'll give you some tips if you haven't drafted yet, or maybe you can get some preparation for next year started as well. So it'll be me and Brendan, mano y mano. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. So get a couple things out of the way. Like we always say, me and Brendan are in a redraft league, and we have one keeper. So this year, the keepers were Jamar Chase, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Jefferson, Najee Harris, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Austin Eckler, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Nick Chubb, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor, Stephon Diggs, and Dameon Pierce. So we got together this year, I think, what was it, like June or July?
Yes.
Yeah. So sometime over the summer, we got together to do like a rookie draft. So everybody picked one rookie. So I noticed when the draft started, a lot of the talent was gone between the keepers and the rookie draft. So it was like kind of slim pickings already.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the rookies were Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, Sam Laporta, Porta Potty.
That's your boy.
Yeah, Dalton Kincaid, Jordan Addison, Zay Flowers, Jalen Hyatt, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Anthony Richardson, Rashawn Johnson, Zach Charbonnet, and Quentin Johnson. So like I said, there was a lot of talent gone already. So you had to be ready to roll. What pick did you have?
13.
You were 13th, and I was 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So who'd you take the first round?
Aaron Jones.
That was a good pick.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? What made you take Aaron Jones?
All right, so y'all already know.
This ought to be good.
Fields. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
So it was between keeping Fields and Diggs.
Oh, hold up. So Justin Fields was in your sights the whole time.
Oh yeah, the whole time.
Okay.
We ain't gonna worry about we'll get to that later.
Okay.
But I was
Tell
like,
your story.
I was like, I ain't gonna lie, a good running back. Because I was going back on last year. My running backs was trash. But I had 3 really good receivers that was keeping me up with points.
Yeah. Well, you had a good squad. You had a playoff team until Fields got hurt last year. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
So I was like, you know what? I don't want to go through my trash running back phase again. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to grab him.
That was a good one to grab. So some of the people that went in the first round out the gate, you got Travis Kelce was taken, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs was drafted, and I guess he just signed his tender, but at the time when we drafted, he was still out.
Mm-hmm.
So he came back and he was drafted in the first round. CD Lamb, Devontae Adams, Joe Mixon. So you ended up taking Aaron Jones.
Now you didn't even say AJ Brown. You didn't even
I skipped AJ Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know.
You skipped the GOAT.
Yeah. I was thinking about him. When my pick, I'm like you. I was like, man, I got to get my first 3
Why
picks
didn't you
tight.
get him?
AJ Brown?
Yeah. He was right there.
I wanted to go to running back. I figured I could get wide receivers late or later in the draft. So I felt comfortable. I was like, I'm going to go. I took Derrick Henry. And I was sitting there. I was like, man, I don't really know. I figured I would get either Saquon Barkley or Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the more I thought about it, I said, well, Saquon Barkley's in the NFC East. Derrick Henry's in the AFC South.
Which one's better to be in?
More yards in the AFC South. And plus the AFC South plays the NFC South out of conference. So I was like, man, I'm going to go with that. So I was hoping Derrick Henry got to me, but I was like, I'm going to take Derrick Henry or Saquon. So the dude before me took Saquon Barkley, so I took Derrick Henry. But AJ Brown, man, I had him circled. I started to do it. Because, I feel like the Eagles going to be high-powered. I mean, you know it. He's going to get his numbers. Reports out of camp is he's stronger than he was last year, bigger and stronger. So, but I settled on Derrick Henry. All right, so we have a snake draft. So coming back, if you were at the bottom, you now in round 2, you at the top. So what did you do?
That's why I like picking last.
The snake, we got to get a different animal. That snake draft is rough because if you pick at the top of the first round, you gotta
wait.
Yeah, you can go in the mall and go shopping or something and come back and get your next pick, man. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. So what'd you take in the second round?
I took Justin Fields.
Oh, good God.
But let me tell y'all the pain that I went through.
Okay.
So I love, y'all know I love Justin. Justin, that's my guy.
Right.
I had him. He carried me through last season.
Yeah.
At the draft, the pick before mine.
Yeah.
This guy says, quarterback, Justin. Now, when I tell you I rose up so fast, and he said, Herbert.
Yeah. Yeah, you were hot. You were hot. I was like,
Pain.
oh, God.
Pain.
Yeah.
I never felt so scared a day in my life.
I got kind of nervous, too, because I kept telling you Fields was going to be there around 2, and I was like, man, if you don't get Justin Fields, I'm definitely going to get put in the old folks home. I'm sure of it, but no, you got him, and that was another good pick. You got off to a good start. I think me, round 2, I took Keenan Allen.
How you feel about that?
Okay. I feel okay. He's, last year he got hurt, pulled a hamstring. He missed a few games. He only played 10 games last year, and he's 31. But I really like the Chargers offense. I think the Chargers, I'm high on the Chargers. I wanted to get Justin Herbert. He was gone. So I was like, well, I'll get a couple of dudes he's throwing the ball to. I'll get the first one I can get. So I had a couple guys I was looking at. AJ Brown was one of them. Garrett Wilson got taken right before. Keenan Allen was about the only dude left.
Yeah.
So I took him. I felt good about it. I'm hoping, I need him to stay healthy though. Because, going into the third round, I got Derrick Henry in the first round, Keenan Allen in the second. So I didn't feel too bad. Some of the other players drafted in round 2 had Isaiah Pacheco. I thought that was kind of early on him.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I was like, okay, some other people going to get to me. Then you took Fields, Garrett Wilson, Olave, Andrews got taken, Deebo Samuel. So it was some dudes coming off the board. Amari Cooper.
Breece Hall.
Calvin
Ridley was there.
I know. Okay, that's a good point. But the thing, in my mind, I kept saying, okay, which offense is going to put up more numbers on a week-to-week basis? I felt more comfortable with the Chargers. So that's how I settled on Keenan Allen. I didn't really have anybody that was going to push me off of it, so I stuck with him. But yeah, it really went right after Keenan Allen. The guy after me took Calvin Ridley, so that Breece Hall pick surprised me, but it is what it is. He's coming back from injury, sharing time with Dalvin Cook. I was like, nah, I ain't messing with that.
He might not see the
I
field.
told you I wasn't messing with the all ACL team. They coming back. I'm good. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I settled on Allen. Round 3.
I
took Darren Waller. Who'd you take?
Oh.
Let me ask the question different. Which Eagle did you take?
There you go.
Yeah, that's more like it.
My first homer.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith.
That was a good homer to take.
The GOAT.
You were killing it.
Because I'm him.
I'm him. You're him. Okay. Yeah, Devontae Smith was a good pick. How'd you settle on him?
So I was like, I want another receiver with Diggs.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about getting a tight end at this point, but I'm like, the good tight ends are gone.
Okay.
Well,
that's true because you picked at the end of the third.
Yeah.
So it was a run. Like I said,
so it was
Pitts,
George Kittle, Kyle Pitts, Dallas Goedert, and Darren Waller. Four tight ends back to back to back.
Right.
So I was like, okay, they're all gone at this point. I'm not even going to worry about that.
Okay.
So I was like, I got a running back, I got a quarterback, and I got one receiver.
Yeah.
I'll worry about tight end later. So I was like, you know what? There it is. Receiver.
Yeah. Okay.
And Devontae Smith fell in my lap.
Right. Was there anybody else you may have been looking at or you were targeting, or it was always going to be Smith?
I think it was always going to be Smith because I knew I needed my homer.
Right. You needed somebody on the Eagles.
I did. So I was like,
yeah, you tightened up a little bit when AJ Brown got taken in the first round.
Yeah, I was a little yeah. But I just went with him. And then at the beginning of the 4th round.
Yeah. Beginning of the 4th, who'd you take?
Jalen Waddle.
Back-to-back studs. Okay.
He was there. I was like, you know what? Because that's what it was. I was contemplating between Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm just going to take Devontae.
Take them both. And
I was like, he's still here.
Right.
Let me take him too.
Yeah. And then you let the tight end go until later.
Yeah.
That was smart. Because I think that's like one of the worst things you can do in fantasy is try to make something happen that's not really doesn't fit reality. You get like a tight end that's like, okay, well, you draft him when all the elite guys are coming off the board and you take one that's not elite. Yeah, that's bad.
Might as well just wait.
Yeah, I settled on Waller and I was sitting there the way it was shaking out. I had him on my list. Dallas Goedert and Darren Waller were available coming up to my pick. So I was like, the guy before me, he took Goddard. And I was like, I'm going to get one of the two. Whichever one he doesn't take, I'm going to take that one. I felt better about Waller anyway because I feel like he's the main guy.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was about to say.
I feel like he's the main guy in their offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't want people to misunderstand what I'm about to say, but he's like in that Travis Kelce line of, targets.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's the guy. So we'll see if it work out. But again, man, he's got to stay healthy. I like my top three, but
this
two guys.
When...
Yeah. If one or both of them get hurt, I'm in trouble, man.
Raps.
Yeah.
Because the rest of your team?
Yeah, I got some work to do. I guess we'll get into that.
Better hit up them free agents.
So round 4, you took Jalen Waddle.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, Jahan Dotson went. It was crazy in our draft that Jahan Dotson went before Terry McLaurin. I thought that was weird.
Yeah,
I didn't understand.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I think somebody was a couple of beers in. Some other guys that got taken, DJ Moore. I like that pick.
Rashad White.
Yeah, Rashad White.
Dalvin Cook. And Aaron Rodgers, back to back.
Dalvin Cook, Aaron Rodgers, round 4, picks 5 and 6. DeAndre Hopkins, I think that was a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Dalton Schultz.
I don't know.
DK Metcalf, Alexander Madison, Alvin Kamara. I thought that was early for him, but I mean, that could turn out to be a good pick.
Yeah.
He looked good in the preseason. J.K. Dobbins, and then like we said, Terry McLaurin.
Yeah. Who'd you get?
I took Dak Prescott as my quarterback. And I was sitting there. So this is what I was going to do. I had my, I was looking at Alexander Madison. I was going to take him because I said in round 4, I was like, I'm going to take a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was looking, I was like, he's a starting running back in a good offense. If I can get him, maybe I'll get my quarterback later and not worry about it. But Madison got taken a couple weeks picks before me because it was coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, let me go ahead and get my quarterback. Because Dak Prescott, he's like a controversial quarterback, but in terms of stats, he's probably in the top 12.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't get him, it's like a significant drop coming back to me in round 5. So I was like, forget it. I pulled the trigger on him. I feel good about that one, though. I feel good about that one.
Okay.
I ain't gonna be mad.
Can't yell at you about that one.
No. We talked about you got Waddle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Miami's offense, they're gonna be all right. Yeah, they're gonna be all right. What about the 5th round, Brendan? Who got taken there?
Daniel Jones, Tyler Lockett,
right?
Money Miles, Miles
boy.
Sanders,
Yeah.
George Pickens, Khalil Herbert, DeAndre Swift, Harrison Butker,
Right.
James Cook, James
Cook.
Conner,
Right.
Drake London, Kirk Cousins, and David Montgomery. So who'd you get? Uh-oh.
You put me on the spot?
Yep,
I
sure.
took Brian Robinson Jr.
Uh-oh. You know what?
What?
I'm not going to say this time.
What?
I like him. I like him.
You talk Antonio Gibson?
Yeah, I didn't like the way he took my boy Antonio Gibson's spot. But you know what? I like Brian Robinson.
I mean, I'm kind of shaky on that one, but...
Why?
Well, the offensive line is not, it's not like NFL elite, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was just sitting there, and let me see who I had on my radar. Like I was talking about Madison, he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Sanders, I didn't really trust it because their line didn't look good in the preseason at all. So I got off the Panthers real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But Robinson, he's in there with Eric Bieniemy's offense.
Yeah.
It looked kind of fluid in the preseason, the games that we saw, because we're here in Richmond, Virginia. So we got all the Commanders games. And I think with my 3rd running back, because like Najee Harris was my keeper and I got Derrick Henry in the 1st round.
Oof.
Even if he just gets the goal line carries and he scores a touchdown or 2, right? Gets 50 yards and a touchdown, I'll be okay with that from a running back 3.
Are you going to start them both at the same time?
I think there will be weeks where I would start 3 running backs and 1 wide receiver.
Okay.
Just based on the matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to look at the teams that they're playing and how many yards they give up, and I adjust my lineup based on that. So I like having that flexibility. That's why I take 2 quarterbacks too. Because I don't like starting a quarterback against a good defense. It's going to be tough. Yeah, it's going to get yards. So, yeah. So, yeah, I took Brian Robinson Jr. Who'd you get? Oh, wait, let me ask it again. Which Eagle did you get?
I don't know why you just assumed that I got one Eagle.
Because I cheated. I looked at the sheet.
Why would I get one Eagle and I get the whole Eagles defense?
I thought. And not really. That ain't bad.
Nah, yeah. See, we also use Sportsline. They let us know the grades of our draft to let us know what they thought. I'm a snitch. He got a D+.
They could have kept that plus. They could have kept that plus.
And then they gave me a B+. They told me the only reason why I got a B+ is because I chose the Eagles defense at round 5. And I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It was not coming back to me at round 6.
Nah, you weren't going to get them back.
So I was like, I'm just going to take them now.
Yeah.
I already have the reason why I chose them, because I already have my lineup good.
Right.
Had my quarterback, my 3 receivers, and my running back. I wasn't worried about the tight end.
Right.
I'll find one. And I was like, you know what? Let me start on my special teams.
All right.
So I was like, Eagles defense. Right there.
That was a good one. Yeah. I think everybody looked around was like, it's kind of early, but I was like, I think I would have done it.
So
it got back to me.
So the plan was to take Eagles defense.
Right.
2 picks later, Justin Tucker.
Oh, okay.
So I have the 2 best of everything right then and there.
That's big money.
Did not go that way.
Yeah, yeah.
It did not go that way.
So that was the first defense off the board, right?
Yes.
All right, that's pretty cool. That was a good pick. Yeah, you were on it. I was like, man.
And then to start around 6,
right?
Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
My
plan was foiled.
Yep, there it is. And I had to settle for Javonte Williams.
How you feel about that one?
I don't know
about that one. He's on the all ACL team.
Hey, he is.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
Russell Wilson can't throw every time because he's decent.
Right.
I don't want to call him trash. He's decent. Okay. I would never pick him up on my team, but we're not worried about Russell Wilson right now.
Right.
I think somebody has to get it.
Right.
Jerry Jeudy, is he hurt?
He'll be back. He had a hamstring pull, but he'll be back.
Okay.
He'll be back.
But I feel like somebody has to get it though.
Yeah. When you made the pick, because like I said, I was like, he's rolling. But when you got Javonte Williams, I was like, well, I can't say I wouldn't have done it. But, if he can come back and look anything close to what he looked like last season before he got hurt, you nice. You got a good pick.
And there was nobody left out there. Like the other running backs was AJ Dillon.
Yeah.
Antonio Gibson.
Right.
That was all in this round.
Yeah.
There wasn't much to work with running back wise.
So he was the last starter that was left. Somebody's going to get good carries.
I don't think he was the best available. I don't think they had him up there, but I think he was still the best to pick from.
On a team that's going to perform.
Yes.
Because you could have picked, some dudes on teams that's not really.
I could have picked Rashad Penny.
Right.
No, I'm good.
I'm not going to do that.
No.
Right. I feel you. Nah, I mean, like I said, it was clear you had a plan. You knew what you were doing, so I wasn't mad at all. That was a good pick. So go on down. So round 6, Deontay Johnson came off.
Cowboys
defense.
I started a trend.
He started
as soon as I picked the Eagles defense. Defense was just coming off.
Right.
Yeah, Cowboys defense. Tua.
Yeah, Tua got it.
AJ Dillon.
6. Yeah.
Samaje Perine.
Right.
Marquise Brown. Antonio Gibson. Sky Moore.
Right.
Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Daniel Carson and Mike Williams.
I like that Mike Williams pick. That was a good pick.
I told you need to have a 1-2 combo.
I thought about it. I thought hard, bro.
If one doesn't go off, the other one does.
He was on my cheat sheet, and I was like, man, do I want Keenan Allen and Mike Williams on the same squad?
Yes.
That bye week. But I thought about it. But I talked myself out of it at the last minute. I think that second light beer kind of kicked in. I was like, oh no, I don't like this. So, I just wanted to have some variety in my lineup. I didn't want to struggle with that, that week 7 bye when they're off.
Mm-hmm.
It was a couple reasons I talked myself out of it. So I ended up taking Elijah Moore in Cleveland's offense.
Okay.
That's kind of a wild card. I mean, if the preseason carries over to the regular season, that could be a good pick for me. Mm-hmm. But I'm assuming Deshaun Watson's going to play up closer to his potential, and a solid number 2 with that quarterback and a good running game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel okay. But I'm going to tell you like this, and as we go forward, round 6, that's when it started to fall apart for me. Those beers started kicking in. I was like, what am I doing? Round 7. So the first pick, that's when you started to kind of get some kickers and some defenses.
Mm-hmm.
You got Evan McPherson, Cincinnati's kicker, got taken.
49ers defense.
That's
Jets
a pretty
defense.
good pick. Yep.
Michael Thomas.
Him that late, I'm not too mad.
Odell. Patriots.
Right.
Steelers.
Right.
Brandon Cooks.
It's a pretty good pick that late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not bad that late.
Bills defense.
Right.
Hey, my boy Jake Elliott.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
I was surprised you didn't get him.
Dolphins D and Jake Ferguson. So
Right.
who'd you get?
I took Darnell Mooney. And like I said, that's when it started to come off the rails for me. I was like, oh man, but that's about all that was left that I could find. Everybody that I had on my list, the only other player that I had on my list that hadn't been drafted was
Chris Godwin that you didn't trust.
QB
QB-wise.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't really trust it.
And Odell.
I was so close to saying Odell Beckham Jr., man, but it's just, I was just like, man, I don't know. 2 knee injuries, sometimes iffy passing game, it might go well. I was like, man, but I don't know. I think I might have overthought it like you accused me of before. So I went with Mooney in the Bears offense. That were going into that round or into the draft, there was a couple teams I wanted to get at least one person in that offense. And the Chargers was one.
The
Eagles and the Bears were definitely one. But so we'll see how it goes with Mooney. But I don't know, man. I'm not gonna get good money from Mooney and Elijah Moore. I know I'm not. So we'll see how it goes. So we may be getting on the free agent market on that one. On my wide receiver 3 spot. Who'd you get?
I got Irv Smith.
I like that pick.
So let me tell y'all. Round 4. We were already like, you know what? I might as well just get a tight end. And my dad was like, get Irv Smith. I was like, round 4? I was like,
I wasn't slurring my words or anything.
No, okay, you was
cool.
good. You was good.
Cool.
I think you was only like 1 and a half.
Yeah,
You're good.
All right, good.
You're good.
That's good to know.
So how it was, they have them ranked.
Right.
And you can scroll down. And the more I was scrolling, I was like,
yeah.
He's at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what?
You were scrolling a lot. I remember that.
I'll let him sit there.
Yeah.
So I let him sit there for 3 rounds. He was still there. And I'm not going to lie. In the 7th round, I was still scrolling a little bit. I could have let him sit there a little more.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I don't have one.
Yeah.
So I took Irv Smith.
Yeah. I mean, but I feel like you can't really go wrong with the Bengals tight end, man. That's a throwing offense all over the place. He's going to get his piece, man. He's going to get his piece of the pie. I
1
feel
yard
real
line,
good.
1 yard line, fake handoff over the top.
So you took Irv Smith Jr. Jake Ferguson went right after that.
Yeah.
That's a good pick too.
In Dallas.
Yeah. We said that last time out the gate. Dallas's tight ends had 89 targets last year. And he's going to get most of the snaps. So, I mean, in round 7, that late, get Ferguson, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So going into round 8, I'm not going to lie. I didn't know what to do at this point. I already had everybody I want.
It started to get fuzzy.
Except for the kicker. It didn't really get fuzzy. It was just more of like, I don't really care at this point. I would just grab people. It's just late. I have my whole team.
Yeah.
I'm going to just start grabbing people. But I was just looking through the list, and then I just looked down. You know what? He's not a bad backup. Or he's not even a good number. He's a good number 1.
Right.
See, Geno Smith's still on the list. I was like,
that's a good pick, man.
You know,
that's a good pick.
Yeah. I was like, you know, let me get that.
Right. So he's your QB2 because Fields is your first one.
Yeah.
You can't be mad.
Whenever one of them play the Eagles.
Don't play. Yeah. Avoid the birds. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So you got Geno. Okay. Who else got taken?
Chiefs defense went before.
Right.
Mine. Tyler Higbee, Luke Musgrave. I'm not gonna lie. When that name popped up, I was like, who was that?
He did a little work, man. Rookie tight end. Yeah. Green Bay's offense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you know.
I think we all gonna appreciate the Packers offense this year. They're gonna be a lot better than we thought. Okay. I'm predicting that one.
Okay. Jawan Johnson. Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Chris Godwin, Brandon Ayuk, Saints defense.
Yeah.
Browns defense, Jerry Jeudy, Jared Goff, and Commanders defense.
Yeah.
So who'd you get?
I took the Buccaneers defense.
How you feel about that?
I don't feel too good about that one. That's what I said, man. I had a couple of beers, and I think that second one was kicking in because I actually drafted the Saints defense, and it wasn't my turn. I was like, oh, man. So I drafted early, had to take him off the board, and I think the dude that was drafting after me heard me, what was drafted before me, heard what I said. So naturally, he's going to take the Saints defense. So I was like, man, but that Buccaneers defense, I'm not happy about that at all. Not at all. And the more we talk about this, I really feel like I should have taken Chris Godwin instead of Darnell Mooney.
Yes.
That might have been.
Yes.
Yeah. Just I was thinking about the quarterback, man. I was just thinking about the quarterback.
I'm just looking down this list. There's a bunch of people you could have taken over him.
What?
Gabe Davis.
I don't mess with him, man. I don't mess with him.
You want to take Darnell Mooney, but you're not going to take Gabe Davis?
Yeah, I mean, I think Gabe
there's been
Davis
plenty of games where Gabe Davis had 200-yard receivings, and then I had Diggs.
Yeah, look back, it's like one or two. It wasn't like steady production.
There's been plenty of times where I have Diggs. I know.
Why are you throwing it to him?
I'm screaming downstairs. Don't give him the ball anymore. Only throw the Diggs.
Even if it's a mistake, I think he's still there. I don't think anybody drafted him, did they?
Gabe Davis, yeah.
Oh, they did?
He got drafted, yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, yeah, there he is right there, round 9. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. But that Buccaneers defense, my first free agent pickup after week 1.
I don't know who it's going to be.
I'll figure it out. But I was like, and then I was like, man, well, Todd Bowles, the head coach, he used to be a defensive coordinator. They should be tough. They probably blitz a lot. They'll get some sacks. I was like, Buccaneers defense. And I thought about it. I was like, oh, God. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, what about round 9?
Gabe Davis.
Okay.
Ezekiel Elliott.
All right.
Kenny Pickett.
That's a good pick.
Young Wiku.
Yeah. That's a good pick that late.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Jason Myers.
Right.
Greg the Leg.
Right.
You know what? I'm leaving that one for last. Ravens defense.
Conco, the tight end.
Yeah.
The Tennessee Titans.
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah, him. Conco.
Jordan Love.
That was a good pick.
Yeah.
Round 9 to get that quarterback and late in the round, that was a good pick. Outstanding pick. That dude was probably one of our better drafters, so he knows what he's doing. Romeo
Doubs.
Yep.
And Cedric Tillman.
I don't know what Mr. Kevin was thinking about.
Yeah.
We put him out there. We said his name. Every year, I was like, he always gives one guy that doesn't have a sticker. You have to write his name on there for, but nah.
He actually had a sticker.
Cedric Tillman had a sticker. But
this year we were actually going for no write-ins.
Yeah.
Strictly stickers.
I think we did it this year.
Yeah, we did.
It wasn't too bad. But yeah, so you took, who'd you get? You got Joey Sly?
Yeah.
Sly guy?
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I tried to do the combination of indoors and late bye week.
I feel you.
I think Washington plays outside.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so I kind of messed that up.
It's not bad to get a kicker in that division though.
But I did realize, I was like, you know what? Washington not going to get a lot of touchdowns.
Right. Yeah.
They might get to the 50.
Yeah.
The other side of the 40.
Yeah.
Kick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool
Their
with that.
divisional opponents' touchdowns going to be tough to come by.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not a bad team to have a kicker of. I got Tyler Bass. I didn't get Gabe Davis from Buffalo, but I got their kicker, Tyler Bass.
I had him last year.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to switch up. Once the weather gets cold, that wind starts swirling, I have to switch up. But, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, it's contradictory to what I said about Gabe Davis, but their offense, they throw the ball all over the place and score points. So we should see. That's a high-scoring division, too. So I recovered from the Buccaneers defense and Darnell Mooney with Tyler Bass. So I was getting back right.
I guess.
We'll see.
Okay. Then this our
the
last
round. So I passed 10 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Last round.
And there's a couple sus ones on here, but there's a couple ones that are good too.
Yeah.
First pick, Sam Howell.
You
knew
pick.
he was going to get it, Washington.
At
least one.
We knew he was going to take a commander. He's a homer pick. That was a homer pick.
Then I got Cortland Sutton.
That was a good pick.
Yeah, I trash talk Russell Wilson a lot, but I was like, you know what?
I'm gonna take his number 1 receiver.
or number 2, number 1 or 2. Somebody else got to catch it.
Right.
So I was like, I'm just gonna take him.
Yeah. Okay. Can't be mad at that one.
Okay. Who else went? Jaguars defense.
Okay.
Greg Joseph.
Right.
Sam Ficken.
Mm-hmm.
Rashad Penny. I don't think that's bad that late.
No.
Even though he is the third.
Yeah.
We told him.
Right.
We told him.
Yeah. And that dude's an Eagles fan. So that's about the only Eagle that was left.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Cole Kmet.
Right.
Derek Carr.
That's a pretty good pick in the last round to get Carr. Yeah.
Deuce Vaughn.
Right.
That's a homer pick.
Definitely. He's a Cowboys fan.
Mm-hmm. Graham Gano.
Right.
Baker Mayfield.
He must have been on auto draft by then.
And Jimmy G.
Yeah.
So who did you get?
I took Brock Purdy.
That's not bad.
No, I felt good about that.
Mhm.
Sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Because that dude, I mean, the majority of his clips or his passes are like dump offs to McCaffrey.
Can't get mad at that.
No, bro, that's like, no.
That's easy money. 15 yards right there.
The person running that offense, that's good money. Some weeks they gonna kill people.
Mhm.
So I was like, let me get Purdy, and we'll see. I mean, I don't feel too bad about my quarterbacks. I got Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy.
Mhm.
I'm good. I'm cool. I think I'll be all right. I can play the matchup because there's gonna be certain weeks where I don't want to lean on Dak. This might sound crazy, but they play the Eagles twice. I don't want to start Dak either time.
And the 49ers play the Eagles too.
Yeah. So I want to be able to get away from certain matchups and get points, as many as I can. So I felt good about getting Purdy that late. He was on my list and he was there. Jordan Love was up there. I kind of wanted to get Jordan Love. I feel like he's going to do really good. In the NFC North, they're going to score points. They definitely going to score points. So, but I'm okay with Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
And who did you get?
Cortland
Sutton, that's right. You said that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good pick that late.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you feel good about your team?
Yeah, I'm going to the bowl.
What do you feel like your best pick was? Best pick?
Devontae
Smith in the second round?
Eagles defense. Round 5.
Defense in the 5th? That's not bad. No, okay. I'm cool with that. I mean, that's going to be probably the top scoring defense in fantasy. So I can't be mad at that.
I'll give you my scariest pick.
Which one?
That Justin Fields. Oh, my goodness. Hearing quarterback Justin.
Yeah, that was tough.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I think probably the best pick I had was getting Brock Purdy that late.
Mm-hmm.
I felt good about that one. The one that I'm worried about, though, I'm worried about that Mooney pick. I don't really know. I'm kind of worried about that. We'll see.
Do I have one I'm worried about?
Mm-hmm.
Not real honest. I don't know. I honestly don't have any picks that I'm just worried about. Right. That I'm just like, I hope that they do good. It's more of like, I know that they're going to do good.
Right.
I don't really have any that I'm just worried about.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody that I got is in a somewhat decent offense, if not a great one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to me, I think that's the key to it. Try to get in as many good or elite NFL offenses as you can, somehow, some way. Because if you sitting in front of your TV just hoping and praying that a guy does a certain amount or gets a certain amount of points,
it's not going to happen.
Team, it never happens.
It never happens.
It never happens.
So. You know, another thing you got to do? Don't watch the games. I'm trying to. Sometimes if you don't watch it, it always goes your way.
It always goes
as soon as you turn it on, though,
oh god,
you start panicking, and then they don't get the ball somehow. So,
so we'll see. I mean, that's our draft recap. Season starts next week. We'll be back doing our regular episodes, and we'll take it week by week. So we're trying something new this year. We're going to be recording every week. Mm-hmm. So we got a good format set up. I'm kind of excited about that. We'll be doing Instagram live chats as well, usually about Sunday morning. I think maybe about 11:30 we'll start doing that. So we'll be on Instagram. So you can hop in, send us your questions. That'd be real good because we're going to try that this year too. You got anything else, man?
Yeah. What you get? What grades you get?
Don't worry. The grades you used to get.
Wow. Okay. That was good. I'm not going to lie. That was good. All right.
We're going to get out of here. We'll see y'all next week. Take care.
Peace.